everybody, I'm Eric the Counselor.
And I'm Des Perry.
This is a lifestyle show
About improving your mental health.
You ready?
Let's experience mental health.
Oh, hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to today's edition of Experience Mental Health, the podcast. I am your host, Eric the Counselor.
Eric the Counselor, with your shirt on. I need to get me a shirt that says Des whoever. I just got that boy on here today. But it is Des Perry, the co-host of Experience Mental Health. What's going on, Eric, man? How your day going?
Man, to be honest, all right, let me go back. So I started off, I hit 30 miles on the bike today.
I seen that. I seen you. Hey, first of all, you took off around the city today.
Went on a little.
I said, buddy, it went on the tour of the city. I said, he ended up in Green Hills. I said, oh, man.
Yeah, I was going to call you too, but it was too early. I started about, I think I started like right before 7. And then I knew did you get your bike fixed?
Bro, I went picked a bike up today.
Oh,
We in the streets tomorrow. I picked my bike up. Me and Rebecca gonna be back. Yeah.
We could ride tomorrow. I had a goal, man, to do 200 miles this month, and I needed 15 miles to reach it today. And so I did, and then I had another goal to hit 30. I wanted to have that's my personal best is 30, so I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I've been also just talking to some of my mentees and really just, working through how I feel about what all was going on in society, man. How it affects us. Chadwick Boseman dying yesterday.
Man.
I mean, just the whole situation. I'm feeling good though. Like, y'all see Ava in the background.
Right. Okay, well, you got Ava in the back. We got a little a cameo guest in the back.
Come here. I might as well tell y'all. Every time I come to the office, she's like, "Daddy, can I come with you?" I'm like, "Nah, you can't come to work with Daddy because I'm a counselor. You can't do that." But today she made her debut.
Today's her lucky day.
Yeah.
And look, now don't want to show herself. Okay, all right.
Daddy, you taking too long. But anyhow, man. So just navigating how I feel, Des, and just kind of staying good, man. I'm feeling good. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing pretty good as well. I'm actually, besides, what is going on in the world, I try not to focus. I'm actually had to get off of social media for a little bit just because it was post after post about Chadwick. And I was just like, dang, man, like, and it's like I don't want to keep myself in that damn mood. I mean, I understand that it is a sad moment, but I don't want to, continue to reflect too much on, his past and stuff because it'll get me feeling a certain type of way. So other than that, I mean, to be honestly, like it's almost like
when you put a feeling chart up there?
I feel like one needs to be posted, but I mean, I'm gonna try to do my best to explain it. But really, it's like when you first saw the news, it's like my heart dropped, and it's just like, man, and it's like I'm automatically in the mood. Like I was watching movies with my wife last night, and like I said, we was chilling watching that Jamie Foxx movie on Netflix, that Project Power. Good movie. I'm into it, but then I get to scroll and I'm like, what? And so I'm watching a movie, but on my mind is him passing at the same time. So it's like I'm not really enjoying it. It's just like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like we didn't know that he had this illness. We didn't know he was sick.
Right.
And so when it was just hit, like it was just like, oh my goodness, like I just did not know. And so, I guess my thoughts and prayers go out to his family for sure.
I just know the impact that it has on us to keep seeing all this tragedy. It's not just like we're just seeing these things. It's not affecting us. It's affecting us. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. Maybe this will come up in today's topic. But today we got a guest on. He's known as J Dubb Williamson. He's going to be joining us today because, and we got to say this. Like we just literally decided this today. We're going to make this conversation a 2-part because we need to hear both sides. And so today we're going to have a conversation among men about the relationship between black men and black women. We just need to talk about it. Like, what's going on here? And we got I got J Dubb to come join us. We're gonna let J Dubb introduce himself. He's a man. He's just heavily into the streets, politics, social justice issues. And we just want to let you introduce yourself. Tell them what's up. Welcome to.
Who are you? Who is this man? What do you do?
Man, I'm just a humble servant of the Lord. You dig?
Yeah.
Let's see. Born and raised here in Nashville.
Okay.
Went to Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah,
went to NSA.
NSA.
Oh, my brother went to NSA. Yeah. I always gotta ask anybody that's from Nashville, what high school you go to?
3 Nashville.
So I know.
You gotta check. You gotta check.
You gotta check. Where you from? What side of it? Okay.
We gotta pause,
NSA.
guys.
I know, but
we got 3 true Nashvillians on the show.
Right.
It's like, and only if you live in the town, it's like you find a unicorn to find 3 people that are from Nashville.
Right.
This exclusive. This ain't gonna happen too many times.
And we talking about like one of the original, like, when I ask people about what high school they went to, I'm talking about like the original schools. There's so many schools now, all these charter schools. I'll be like, nah. I went to Hunter's Lane. So it's like, oh, okay, you an OG high school. You from Nashville.
From Nashville. That's cool, man. I think it's cool. So yeah, go continue on, J Dubb.
Yeah, man. So after that, did my arts background in NSA. Went to MTSU, just up the road. Didn't go too far, about 30, 45 minutes.
That's Middle Tennessee State University for those who don't know.
Yeah. It's up and down. There's different things we could dive on my school, but I loved it. It was a great time, great people. So after that, graduated 2010. And came back to Nashville. Not really Nashville, Antioch, that area.
I mean, that counts down.
It counts down. Yeah. It was a time when it didn't count. It counts now.
Like, it was a time when Antioch was like going out of town. I remember living in South Nashville and heard about Antioch for the first time. I was like, that sounds like a place out of town somewhere.
And then also, it was also a time when Antioch was like the good side of town. It was like, oh, you live in Antioch. Like, oh, okay, you got a little money. Not no more.
Not no more.
Not no more.
It's sad too, man. I'm gonna be honest. It's sad. It just to see Antioch. My wife and I were talking about it. But the better days are ahead, right? The best is yet to come.
Right. All right, J Dubb. I promise we ain't gonna cut you off no more. Continue.
Oh, y'all good, man. Y'all good, man. I'm just reminiscing. Yeah, it used to be the fancy side of town. You're right. Antioch used to be where it was. Then. So
listen, let's do this.
Well, we moved in.
We moved in. I don't mean to cut it off, man. I'm sorry.
He do it again.
It's like because we want to talk about. We don't want to run out of time, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Discussion. It's like. And we know who J Dubb is. We're going to share this with your folks. And when we record it and we release it, you can share it. But they want to hear what you got to say. They know who you are.
Oh, okay. All right. You're right. You're right.
Hey, but I'm not, who you are is important. But so let's talk about it, man. Like what is going on? Like, why do I feel like we are in a state of emergency in the Black community? One, who is a part of the Black community? Like, what does it mean? Who all is involved in or invited to the party per se? Like, because I'm thinking of the discussion about Kamala Harris and how they're saying she's
not Black. First of all, she's not Black. She's not Black. First of all.
So there we go. So there's the conversation right there. Who all is a part of Black? What does it even mean to be Black in America? And then we got to think about what's going on between the relationship between Black men and Black women.
And Black women. Yeah.
It's heavy. So I'm going to jump into it. I think the biggest problem right now is miscommunication and lack of respect. Miscommunication part, I would say, is between majority. I'll take the blame for that. Us men, because we don't communicate as well. We have a history of not doing that. Our granddads didn't do it. Our dads didn't do it. And they didn't do it to us. So when we go out here with these women daily in 2020, we don't really communicate as well as we should. So I'll take the bullet for the rest of the fellas, because sometimes we do that. The other half is the disrespect. That part, I can't really put that on genealogy. I can't really put that on like a social construct. I got to say, that's just us not really respecting. And I got to own up for that one too. It ain't me. It ain't y'all.
It ain't us.
It ain't us.
Not you listening either. Not y'all
either. None of the listeners. There are some other cats out here that are disrespecting the respect thing. Those are my 2 things. So I think that is causing a division. The women feel it and they act on it daily. They go to their workplace, they see it, they come home, husband, boyfriend, or whatnot, tripping, and they're not communicating what the trip is about. So they just hopping on the trip, and then both parties up there mad for reasons that just went unsolved, unspoken, untold, untrained, untaught. So it's a lot of people can take blame for it, but I think that division of communication and respect, it done blew up. It done blew up between.
Yeah. Okay. So one thing that I wanted to ask you about, because you did mention Kamala Harris, and you already put out there that she's not Black. She's not Black.
No.
Let's define what I guess your take on, you know, how she defines herself or how you define her or how you feeling. So what's your say?
The best, I've been doing my research. If I had to vote today, I don't even know. They might have to I'll probably write Kanye in if it was today. But I'm really been going back and forth trying to do my research on the background of this and see, is this somebody that's actually Black and for the culture or somebody that's playing identity politics, basically. They're trying to get a certain perspective across and for it to gauge a whole bunch of people for a certain vote, knowing damn or darn well that ain't got nothing to do with the culture. So looking at her background, I have an Indo-Arab. Well, that's okay. Let's start with the mother, ladies first. I have an Indian woman, Indian American. Genealogy goes back to some white and possibly some South Asians. Cool. That's not in question. People not really question that. In 2016, they were coming up and she was repping it as Indian American. That was definitely true, but I ain't gonna hold it against her. 4 years later, now she blackly black. How is she blackly black? Look at her daddy. All right, bet. The daddy, Jamaican. Cool. Yeah. You from the South. Are you a redneck?
No.
Exactly. Yeah. So I can't sit here and classify somebody as just being from a certain regional, as a certain color or ethnic background. So if I'm not a redneck from the South, just I looked in the mirror, I'm not. I can't sit here and think that a Jamaican is just Black. So, okay, research it. I look it up. I have a Jamaican man whose heritage, which even he spoke on himself in Jamaican Chronicles, was stating that the mother was white and European. And most of the family members outside of them were property and plantation owners. I don't see nothing about that that's Black. Okay. All right, cool. Well, she was born there, she came to the... I'm going to stop there.
No, because I know you can go on and on. I already know you're ready to go, right?
Well, I'm stop there.
That's all. I already know where you're going, and I'm going to take it all the way back. If we're going to talk about genealogy, then we're all from one. We all are descendants from... We know this, right? We all know that we are descendants of one people. Through genetic mutation and people migrating away from Africa, they became white folks. So genetically, we're all 99.9% the same. So if you want to use genealogy, we can go all the way back there. And it just makes me think about who is Black? What does that mean?
Oh, yeah. Who is Black?
Wear the title Black. And I don't want to get too far away from the conversation about men and women in the state that we're in. But I think this is a good place to... Who gets to use the title Black?
Right now, the way the current climate is, I say it's us. It's Negro. I look you in the face and tell you we talking about we are dark. We sometimes rough around the edges. If we go a week without a haircut, it look crazy. If she get her hair wet, it goes loose. It's a fro. I'm talking about, when I think of Black at this current state, it is somebody I can identify, say it's from the inner city of somewhere in America that has a background, that has a granny, a mama, them, or somebody that's in a...
What happened to you?
My bad.
Let's go get back. It's all right. It's technology.
Yeah, somebody was calling me. I had to hit the recline on them real quick. But, so Black is somebody that has that background that can be linked or at least tied recently to someone in the inner city of this country. That somebody has went through the 60s, 50s of that nature. And
so what about the folks who came through in the 1800s and their descendants, that came to the early 1900s and the 1910s and 20s and 30s? I think I understand what you're saying. It's like Black to me is what you're seeing, that you're like indigenous to this land. Like you can just go back in your mind that all the people that you know about were born in this country. And I think that's what we want the definition of Black to be. Black is, to me, I talk about this all the time.
I was going to say that also it's really like a culture. So we did have this conversation earlier today with me and my wife. It was just about like Black is like a culture. You know what I'm saying? So even though because I know mixed kids got a Black daddy, white mama. If you look at them, they just look light skinned and they identify as Black. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you're not going to really question it unless you like know who their people are. But I think it's just a culture that you kind of be wrapped up in, because when you think about it, it's like Africans are black people too, but it's a different culture. It's like it's like they're African, you got black. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's black. Black is a descriptor. Black is not an ethnicity, nor is it a race.
It's really not. It's really not.
It's simply a descriptor that we use to lump people in that look, act, and move the same.
Yeah.
And so, if anything, I think black is a culture more so than it is like an ethnic thing to me. It's just not. And so, if Kamala, and that's the lens I look at it through. J Dubb's yours is different than mine, but the lens that I'm looking at Kamala through is she has a look at how they're treating her now.
She panders. Yeah.
No, look at how they're treating her. Look at how society is treating her. Are they not treating her like a black woman? They calling her a hoe. They got shirts.
Who called her a hoe?
Oh, y'all must not be aware of it. Like,
I stopped, once I saw she was the pick, I stopped paying attention.
Yeah, they calling her a hoe, like Joe and the Hoe t-shirts.
Oh no,
talking dog about this. They treating her like a black woman, and so that's why I feel like when she's in society, she gets treated like a black woman. She went to a black college.
Mm-hmm.
She's a part of the largest black sorority.
Yeah, she is.
She is I think I know she's got the white husband, and I had an issue with that at first. I'm not gonna lie, but I was able to get over that. I had to ask myself, what's the issue with me? Like, what she does with her life shouldn't affect me that much. So I had to deal with me in that.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and she got the white stepkids. They call her Mamala or whatever they call her. And so her life it might not seem all that black, but I think she's treated and lives in that culture that we described as a black woman.
I was gonna say she's definitely a part of that culture that, in my eyes, and like I said, I know we all got different opinions, but in my eyes, I still see. I mean, I honestly don't know too much about her, but when I see the things that I have seen, Howard graduate, you mentioned, AKA member, I know she's had that black culture experience. You know what I'm saying? So her daddy is Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
J Dubb black. And this we could talk about this the whole show.
We really can. This really could have been the topic.
But it's an experience. And so what's going on in if we examine our experience, right, as black people, we got to be honest. There's something going on between men and women. And as you said, it's communication and trust. Is that what you said? The two things?
I'll throw trust in there too, and respect, but trust too. Absolutely,
I don't even know where to begin. I was thinking about this show. Where do you start addressing why have black women gave up on us? And I'm speaking generally. Of course, not all. I have a black wife.
Right.
Your wife is black. J Dubb.
My wife ain't gave up on me.
Yeah, my lady. With me, I think I've only dated black. That's the only black women of inner city, outer city, whatever, of color and melanin.
Yeah.
It don't even just
beautiful.
She had to be black.
Beautiful. They all beautiful.
Like no, I wouldn't say no lighter pigmented person has ever came near me. So that I've never even allowed it. So that's where it started for me. But I see other brothers that don't take that same pride. They don't honor that. They don't go up. So is it too many women out here for them? I can't say that. I had that debate with a friend of mine. He was like, "Is it too many women?" So that's why Negroes wild. And I was like, somebody told me that. Somebody said because there was too many, and I was like, I can't rock with that because you still, if you got to pick of the litter, then you can pick and still do right by one. Like you don't have to be reckless with it either. So that was like a cap. I couldn't rock with that. I still, like you said, trust. Not having trust that their partner will be for them, even though black women have showed it time and time again. I don't get it. It could go back to their mother. It could go back to childhood. It could be some aces or something that's qualifying them to really have a disdain for black women. I think it's deeper than where we're currently at with it, and seeing it, we're like, damn, why he do that? Why he do that? Why he? That's not what we like. The majority of us don't. But there are some ones out there that either got them aces where they don't. They like trust. They have disrespect from those same situations. Yeah. And then after they feeling some type of way, they really ain't about to communicate about it. So they just going out here in a circle. But some women are capping for it and allowing it. Yeah. Because I know one dude, he down with the savagery. Now I might ride the future, but this dude, he lived the lifestyle. Oh, so, God, but no. if I talk to him, he's going crazy on it. So
Yeah.
While I'm on the
It's
call.
all good, man. You see, my daughter said,
Right.
"Hey, we
Right.
live and virtual, man. We got, hey." But yeah, I mean,
Make it.
what you saying? Go ahead,
One thing that I was gonna say, golly, and then look, I'm just kind of drawing a blank. Well, what you just said. You just okay. Pick it up, Eric. I literally just went blank.
My bad. I did out a whole lot right there. My
You
bad.
feel like, because this is what I'm hearing. I almost wanted to say the N word. I was finna say it, but
I wanted to too.
They say the N words just can't be trusted. It's like you said, your homeboy is too many. All the good ones taken. It's like, are all us good guys already in relationships or something like?
Mm-hmm.
And I know guys, I'm like, man, you're not gonna get it. You want to be married. You think you want to live the lifestyle that I have because I make it look cute and fun. But bro, you can't even get all the numbers out of your phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you engaged.
That's what I'm saying. And I feel like look, now I just got my thought back. But what I was thinking about was it makes me think about that ACEs show that we had a while back, Eric.
ACEs,
and
Adverse Childhood
a great show. Great show, by the way. Great show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. But I feel like a lot of young Black children are dealing with those things, at a young age and not having them taken care of at an early age. So then when they get older and they get into those relationships, that's what's causing, certain Black men to act a certain way that they do towards women.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? They're doing what they seen their fathers do. They passing on the same things. And, the cycle continues. And then even with the young girls, because like their moms are still dealing with these men, so they're doing the same things that they kind of do. So it's kind of like almost like, that generational curse of, the troubles and the traumas that we have experienced as young people, and then get up and try to do this relationship thing as an adult. And we're just doing the best we can because, we're not accurately equipped to handle certain situations when it comes to being in a relationship.
That's total facts. I mean, that's just the way it is. So let's pivot a little bit, guys. So I know both of you have heard our women saying they don't feel protected by us. And I had, what was that?
I was saying all the time, yeah.
Yeah, they don't feel protected by us. And I kind of want, just from our perspective, from a man's perspective, how do we protect, or how are you protecting the women in your life? I got my daughter here. I grew up with a mom, aunts, all kind of cousins. I have a wife, and I protect them in certain ways. But I think what's happening is women need to be protected by so many things that we might be missing it. Close door. We might be missing the ways
thought about that approach.
Protected. So what do y'all think it means to protect a woman?
For me, I would say right now I got my daughter in the house. That was my mom's coming in with my grandmama and my auntie right now. Like I don't know if you can see them on the background.
I can see them, they walking up in there.
Listen, I done had to hop
from
in
the stove. They got the mask under their neck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You was gonna say something about that mask there.
Listen, everything. It's the middle of the pandemic, so we all over here just trying to be around family, trying to protect them. My background, just quick. Our family is about 10 men, and that's from, I think the youngest probably like 9, and then the other one like 80 or so, 80. Granddad 84. Everybody else. When I say everybody else, I mean there's at least about 200 other women in the family.
Wow.
We are the last bit. I'm talking 200? About like mamas, aunties, cousins, nieces, sisters.
And 10 men?
So it's about 10, 15, but we all across different ages. That's it.
Yeah. So
we had no choice but to have this instinct, at least with our family, is to protect these women. So not only just dating romantically, protecting just been a part of, go watch your little sister, go watch your little niece, your little cousin, your auntie, your mama, your granny. And now with a daughter and children, then we have daughters. So it's like, to me, it's natural. Why other men are not doing, I don't know. But I like what you said though, man. Like maybe we're overthinking it. Maybe I'm thinking like protection as in physical, spiritually. Trying to help them out economically and things of that nature. But maybe I'm missing something too in that, because
the reason I say that, J Dubb, and I'm gonna let you chime in.
I know you got
it's like I say that because I just talking to my wife, there's just so many fronts that she is dealing with that I could actually be trying to protect her in a spiritual way, in the spiritual battle. I'm glad you said that, J Dubb. Can y'all hear me? I'm glad you said that because I just want to say add that because it's so much, man, to try to protect a woman, and it means so many different things.
Yep, exactly. And that's what I was going to pick up on as well. Because I feel like, yes, you have to be a protector physically, as far as like when it comes to protecting our women and things like that. But then it's like also the support, you know what I'm saying, and the encouraging, you know what I'm saying, for the times when they do get down or they do get discouraged by something, be that support system to help them pick, and vice versa. So hopefully she's gonna do the same thing for you when you get into the moment. So having that type of support from them to, spiritually and physically, and it's like overall, like I said, we're all not perfect. We're all not gonna get it right off the back. But if we continue to work on that and have like some really good communication to really find out what she needs from us, I think that's where any man can start at. Having like a serious sit down to find out, okay, what is it that you need from me, to make you feel supported, protected, uplifted, whatever, and I feel like, if we can get that conversation out the way, hey, it can take you a long way.
I think that's an ongoing conversation though. I think that's a conversation.
It's continuous because it may change.
I check in with T the other night. Because I noticed some stuff she was posting online. I just said, hey, let's sit down and just talk. I want to check in with you. How you feeling? Mm-hmm. She was angry. And I will just share this with you guys. We were in the room and she was angry and Ava heard her. She said, and Ava came to the room and said, Mommy, what's wrong? And she was like, nothing's wrong. And I was like, tell her what's wrong. Tell her that you're upset and tell her why you're upset. Yeah. And so we had to explain to Ava, 5-year-old girl, why Mama was upset that day. And it was over Jacob, the guy getting shot. What's his name?
Jacob Blake.
Yeah, Jacob Blake being shot. She was just mad about that. And so we had to explain that to her. And so I need to know that so I can help her with that. That's like a front that I can't protect her per se, but I can guard her. I can do something about it. Yeah. And it only comes because I checked in with her. Somebody wants to.
Ava gonna make her presence known today. She gonna let you know she in the building today.
It's cool though. She heard us talking about us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. That's it's just. It just really saddens me that Black women feel like they can't rely on us and trust us to be the good men that we can be. Yeah. And to them.
Say, man, I reached out to a friend of mine. It was over Instagram, back and forth DM, just chatting up, catching up. And she was like, I'm just really hurt. And I'm like, what you hurt about? She was like, because every man I run into just don't seem to care. I'm like, don't seem to care. Like, you fine, she fine. She got her, bills paid, what they say, boots laced. Like, she got a good job.
Her edges laid, hair slayed.
Her edges be on. I be looking at, I be like, I ain't gonna like the picture, come and let it be mad. But all I'm gonna say is, you on your job.
Well, maybe you better hope she don't hear this interview.
Well, I mean, she cool, but she know I don't be
like, it's all good. It's all good, baby.
You can't like in 2020. You can't, because it
right. It's too much.
But I try to give her a pep talk. I was literally like, you are good. You are a good quality woman. Like, you're not like compared to some of the Cardi B's and folks out here. Like, you a good upstanding sister out here.
Yeah.
And she just felt so down because men really didn't pay her no respect, didn't really look out for her, didn't care. I like, what you mean don't care? You dating, aren't you? She was like, yeah, but at the end of the day or after a dinner or something, they just do something off the chain, something disrespectful and just outlandish. And then I be like, damn, I know she ain't lying because I know her. But I'm like, dang, like, there's men out here doing this. And then I got to go back with y'all, my brethren, I got to be like, we got to do better. But then I'm like, we doing better. But then
we the ones doing
other N-words out here.
Right. It's it is something. It's like, I honestly, because I even have some female friends that may speak to me about other dudes that and I'm just like, man, the dating game is so ruthless out here. It's so tough.
You mentioned it. You talked about it. It's the mental health aspect of our life experiences that's coming into play in these relationships. If you only saw your dad or whoever men in your life, having multiple women and, or whatever you may have seen, because we see a lot of stuff, man. You know, we got to get to a point to where we see the world as outside of only what we experience. As a therapist, I get to hear some of the worst things that people have seen, and people have seen stuff that's like, wow, you've really seen that. And that influences you. So if you've only seen certain things, that's all you can aspire to be. To some degree. And I think it just comes to play in relationships. I'm thinking of attachment theory, which I'm not even getting into attachment theory. But all these experiences do have something to do with how we engage in adult relationships.
Yeah, son got bad, man. I haven't found a immediate solution, but it's just I'm trying to gauge. I'm trying to bring some type of empathy to any sisters or friends of mine. I'm like, hey, it'll be okay. Like, not everybody out here is wilding. Like, don't take that last and hold it against your future. Like, it's tough. I haven't heard a resolution.
No, I feel like they're tired of that. Don't tell me that, because I've seen women like, I'm through with black men.
Man,
now that hurt the most. That hurt the most.
It hurts. I heard a woman on Facebook say she's preparing her daughter she's preparing herself to be a grandmother of mixed kids. She's preparing for this and training up
that
way. That broke my heart. I was like, wow. That's all this,
man.
And she probably said it with a straight face too.
Well, this is something that she posted online that I so happen to see. I don't even know who she is, honestly. It's not coming to my mind. I don't know if I knew
I hate that.
who it was at the time.
Nah. Yeah, I don't like that neither. But sometimes, you got to let people do what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we have our conversations about, ultimately what we think our society should go. I would love to see every black woman have a strong black man, or a strong black man have a strong black woman next to him, and raising a family together, have some beautiful black children and things like that. But I mean, if they not going to do that, then, who am I to be like?
And it's fine. And it's totally fine. I'm totally for it.
I'm trying to think of some solutions. I usually try to get pep talks. Like I said, I gave my homegirl a DM talk. Somebody called me a little bit early this morning. I had somebody mad about her fiance messing up. I'm like, I ain't in marriage yet. Look.
Dang, I ain't even got there yet. We ain't got that.
I ain't even got there yet. I'm like, I done been there, been through a ring already. This man, he already messing up. I was like, oh Lord, that ain't right. But I know him. That's why she came talking to me, and I was like, I don't know why he did that though. And I think I'm trying to figure out now, what are some solutions or something that, because the pep talks ain't working, the little cliche thing, like you said, they ignoring that, and the men that they are with, they over there throwing it away too for dumb things. This is how we're gonna come to
the solution. We're gonna ask the women. We're gonna they're gonna give us a solution, because
I need it.
They need to tell us, and we need to listen to them, and we need to hear them, because it's too much on the line. I actually feel like if we don't repair the relationships between us and our women,
we a wrap.
Black people could be extinct in the next 100 years.
Yeah.
Think about that.
We're a wrap.
No more black people, no more people of color arguing about who's black and who's not, because they're going to be gone. And so I think that's a good place to end. We're going to follow this up. We're going to have some women on the show to give us their side of the story, because I think the solution lies within them. And we need to hear what they have to say. And like I said, do something about it. J Dubb, you've been a great guest, man.
Man, phenomenal.
It's been a pleasure, man. It's been a pleasure. I'm ready. I mean, y'all been great, man. I've been listening to what y'all doing. I definitely take the in-depth concept of what our people are going through. I definitely appreciate that. And y'all the only ones hitting on it. So, shoot, it's love. Jared hit me up and like, hey, you got to come check. I was like, all right, bet. Say less. So, y'all the truth, man. So, I'm going to be listening next week for the ladies. Like, the ladies, please. Like, if it ain't next week, if you hear this 2 weeks from now, if you hear this 2 months from now, I need you to send them, write them a message, respond. What can we do? Because we out here cool, we straight with it, but we got some brothers out here that need help. While y'all protesting for us, thank you. That's great. On the social front, we need it. But also, if 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of y'all could just come up and give us some something to pass on to these brothers, so we can get this together. Because like you said, we ain't got 100 years. We ain't got it. We got to fix this now.
You look at our population over the next 25 years is not expected to grow. That's just like, come on now.
We got kids. I need my daughter need a black man.
Yeah.
One day,
I don't know who she's gonna marry. I don't know who this little girl's gonna marry. Well, whoever he is, you better treat her right.
Said, tell her when you're 29 years old.
Right.
But she 40. She 40.
We're 40.
All right, y'all. It's been a great show. Des, I always throw it to you, man. Any last words?
Any last words? No, I don't have it. Do you have any last words?
No, man. I think the last words are going to be in the next show when we all come back together. Close the door.
What about you, J Dubb? What's some any last words for our audience?
Shoot, Ian, Des, y'all the truth, man. So I mean, thank you for the opportunity. Everybody stay strong. Like we got a lot going on. Chadwick of the night. We still Black Panthers is within us. You dig?
Man, come on now.
Shoot.
That legacy gonna live on.
All right, folks.
We gonna live through it.
Big shout out to our subscribers, our YouTube folks. We love y'all. Keep running those numbers up. And it's cool. Like, we want people who really want to watch this show. It's a lifestyle show. We want you to do these things, and we really appreciate you guys being a part of the family. Also to our text subscribers, we love y'all. We hope you guys are enjoying the shows. We're going to be done for today, Des, all right?
All right, man.
Make it a great day, folks.
Hey guys, if you really enjoyed that episode, make sure that you like and comment, as well as subscribe to the Experience Mental Health Podcast, because this is the #1 mental health podcast in the nation.